I want to pivot now a little bit to kind of off the battlefield things that I know the audience is always curious about what it's like behind closed doors, if you will. And what I want to start with is when you're talking about the unit, you're talking about the most advanced military direct action unit in the world, right? I think everyone
Mhm.
watching this would agree with that assessment. Maybe some guys in Dev Gru would disagree, but that's what we're going to call it today. A lot of type A personalities, I assume. A lot of strong headed people, a lot of bold people. When things aren't going well and arguments start happening or disagreements start happening, how do how does a room of 12 guys that are all of a similar personality iron out those differences?
I think the big thing for us too to remember is, we are in the military, and so with all that, there's still that rank structure. Granted, we definitely were relaxed with that, and but at any point you could always be just called back into your military bearing. So if there was an argument that was getting heated and not getting settled, the senior guy always just sometimes just had to speak up and say one little thing, and everybody kind of reset themselves and understood, where we're back to. But I think at some point, sometimes, you've got the smaller side of the house with the teams and everything else, and then you're dealing with different guys. And I think the key thing I think is to don't go in there and just start yelling at everybody. um, we always want to just come in there and be in charge and take charge, but sometimes taking charge is also about listening and understanding what's going on with folks, and then, or okay, not just coming in yelling and saying do this, do that, but how can we do this, how can we allow fix this problem, what are some of the solutions, and not just make it like a one-off and just be a dictatorship.
Was it relaxed enough to where if you thought someone had a really bad idea, like just a horrendous idea, was it relaxed enough where you could just kind of look them in the face and be like, I think that is unbelievably stupid of you to, suggest? Was it that relaxed at times?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes maybe depending upon who it was, the word choice was a little different, but you could still say, hey, this ain't going to go anywhere. This is not the right thing to do. And I think that's where the experience of all of it rotating in and out and all that, and now you got real world experience. You know, we had more to fall back on to understanding why. But still, every day on the battlefield, you see something new. Something different that happens. So but it allowed us really to be able to sit there and call the BS flag when it was needed. But then sometimes you had to it had to sort itself out through the higher echelons too.